My name is Brian Blum. I'm the writer and director of Blood and Water, and I've been a competitive springboard and platform diver for about 11 years.
Hi, my name is Scott Doney. I'm the executive producer of Blood and Water, and I'm an Olympic silver medalist, a two-time Olympian, and I'm Brian's diving coach for the past 4 years.
3 years ago, I had one of the scariest experiences of my life. It started as a normal day of diving practice.
We were going through our basic drills, working on our voluntary dives.
I was throwing a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck dive, and
I knew right when he landed on the board in this hurdle that he was in trouble.
the back of my head collided with the 3-meter board.
You know, there are moments in a coach's life when everything kind of slows down into slow motion, and these are the moments that you dread.
The next thing I remember after that is being on the side of the pool deck, surrounded by my teammates and my coaches.
I was down there right next to him, holding his head. There was blood coming out, and you know, we're basically just trying to talk to him and keep him with us, make sure he's conscious and okay, and keep him calm until the EMTs get there.
I got very lucky. If I had been, you know, an inch further back on that diving board, I would not be walking around today.
In Brian's case, we were very lucky, and he recovered physically very quickly. The mental side of it is a whole other side of it.
When I came back to practice, I could tell that it wasn't the same. I'd get up on the board and I'd prepare for a dive, and every time, like clockwork, I'd hear thoughts in my head saying, you know, is this gonna be the one? Is this gonna be the dive that kills me? You know, like, is this my last practice? And those fears stuck with me every single time I got on the board after my accident, and that's really what inspired me to write this film. Blood and Water is a film about a 20-year-old Olympic diver named Garrett Delaney who suffers from the same kinds of fears after a horrific training accident. And on top of that, his mother, Tracy, starts blurring the lines between parenting and coaching as she tries to propel him to athletic glory. As I was writing this film, I started thinking, how can I tell a story about fighting your fears when I can't even do that myself? And then I realized that if I was going to tell this story and make this movie into the kind of film that I could be proud of, I would have to jump over one last hurdle, and that would be doing the dive again. 3 years after my accident, I did. It's really hard to describe in words what this milestone means for me personally, but the only way that I can say it is that 30 years from now, when I look back on this film and the 11 years that I spent diving, I'll know that it was worth it, that it wasn't time that I wasted. This film, in a lot of ways, is my farewell to the sport of diving. When I graduate from NYU, I won't have time to be a competitive diver anymore, especially if I'm trying to make it into the film industry. So I can't think of a better way to commemorate this huge chapter of my life than with a combination of filmmaking and diving, the two things that I love. But I can't do it alone. I hope you can be a part of our team.